Hello, I want to give a little overview on how to use Regulus Huber Professional software and how to kind of set up to do a quick initial scan within secondary progressions. And this is by no means going to be a thorough secondary progressions analysis or anything of that nature. However, getting into the software at the initial level is really important for secondary progressions because every day represents a year, and that's the general kind of statement we make with secondary progressions. And you can go and look up your paper ephemeris and in your guides, but just to keep it simple, I'm going to stay within the software here and show you some little tricks you can do. So with that being said, here is my Regulus Pro Huber Platinum Edition. And right off what we do is go to Tools here and Dynamic Analysis, and I'm going to go right to Tabular. So this will make sense. So what you do is click the little star, which gives you your birth date. There's my birth date. And I'm going to go, I guess I could do 100. I was playing with 70, but let's say I go to 100 days here. It won't let me. Okay, 99 days. Make sure it's at your birth location and your birth time, and that's all set. And at that point, what we want to do is click down here. We want to enable sign ingress because that's really important. With secondary progressions, we want to know a few things. When you're going to actually, when a planet is moving signs, that's really important for secondary progressions. And have all my planets selected here. It doesn't matter for aspects because we're not going to use them. And over here under details, we want to use the stationary points because whenever planets are going retrograde, that's really important when they're stationing. Solar and lunar eclipse are really handy, and we can click details here. Make sure you have everything selected. Now it's up to you. I don't select moon just because moon makes things really, really busy. But just to know that you should have everything, all your planets listed in here. It's up to you if you want to add in moon or not. I'm going to leave it out just for this example. And then what you can actually do then at this point, with everything set up like this, is save this search. And I'm going to call it secondary progressions ephemeris. Okay, that'll make sense. So there it is, it's saved, and everything looks good. We can go ahead and run it, and I'll show you what this will give you. When we do that, based on my birth date here, we can see that this then gives every day. So notice how the days here creep up, and there is the actual dates coming along here, a day for a year, and this will show the events. So for example, when I was born, Mercury was retrograde, but it actually stationed direct on the 1st, okay? So I was born on the 24th of May, so you do the math, there's 6, and 6 days from the 24th, so like 7, and there we go. So at basically 7 years in, 7 days, we can start to take note of what maybe a Mercury stationing direct could mean. Again, this isn't getting into secondary progressions, but what this will give you a scan of are all the major kind of planetary changes, and because it's per day, that represents a year. So you can quickly take a look at this and see, for example, that Pluto stationed direct in around, so that's 18 plus 6, so let's just say 24, 25 days, kind of at 24, 25, age 24, 25, I should say. And also we can see Venus kind of ingresses here, right, 0 degrees of Cancer, so that's Cancer. The Sun here is actually ingressing into Cancer at this date, so right, this reflects days, and then we're translating that into years, so on and so forth. We can see Saturn is ingressing in here into Leo, for example, on at the 23rd of actual June here, so we can turn that into 2 years as well. So we can do that and kind of take a quick scan down our charts for our clients to see kind of what's going on. And that is just one quick way. You can obviously look up just the ephemeris, which is just as handy as well too. I find this gives me a nice results because it kind of shows the event here as well too, right? Venus is into, for example, Gemini right away at the start when I was born, and it kind of lists it out well. So that's just one kind of quick scan for using progressions. I'll go back here for a second, and we can also go into timeline as well. So what I would then do is, if you want to start looking at progressions for an individual, we might go back, let's say it's 2025 now, so let's go back 23 or something like that, and do 3 years, and we can say the date. Let's just go back in time, and we'll go 4. Let's go 4 years. So what we could do then at that point is, I'm going to take off this stuff and take off transits. I'm going to go to progressions to planets, make sure they're all in there, and you can also do progressions to progressions. I won't get into that. Let's look at house ingress, sign ingress, progressions to cusps. And for your orb, if you're reading the book The Lark and the Eagle by Bernadette Brady, you have some options. Generally, we start with around 1 orb, and the kind of crescendo is around 12 minutes, I should say, excuse me. But I'm just going to put in 1 degree, and let's go from there. Okay, so line the aspect with the color, and there we go. We have some of my progressions here, and again, it's the 12 minutes that is really important. Down below, it'll show sign and house ingresses if there were any. I generally don't get too far into that. I kind of want to look at a nice timeline scale here, though, and just get an idea of where the juice is. Okay, we can go back, and actually, if you wanted, we could save that as well. Call it, secondary progressions, something of that nature. And good luck.